Alright guys, we're going to go through a few of the core postures we want to use when we're trying to pass the guard. And it's really important to recognize there's different stages you're at during your guard pass, or when someone gets a certain control on you, and to adapt and change your posture appropriately for the situation. So if, for example, George has both of my sleeves, or he's controlling my upper body with his legs like this, the more I lean into him, the more he's going to be able to move me around. So for this sort of scenario, I'm going to tend to want to squat back and low and keep my elbows in. So from this posture, the other thing I'm looking to do when I do this is really pull George up. So right now, move your hips a lot, George. He can move his hips really well, okay? But when I change my posture and I sit back like this, I'm pulled him up. It's hard for him to move his hips. So now I've got, because he can't move his hips, his legs are much easier to clear. I can deal with the grips good from here, okay? If he's more playing a guard where he's starting to get like legs attached to my legs, but still pulling on the upper body, I need to start worrying about the triangle. So that's where we're gonna get this sort of, we're gonna need like one leg forward and one leg back with our elbow connected to our knee, like this, okay? And it can be a low, like a combat base here like this. Generally I'm leaning back. If I lean back, it's really hard for George to separate my elbow from my knee, okay? If I give him a chance, he can pull it away, okay? So I tend to want to, like, again, on the defense, I want to have a leaning back posture, but when I'm actually in control of the grips, I can use the same posture but pressuring forward. Now you can see my leg's driving and it's putting pressure, and it actually kills this leg with my leg. So again, when we're on the defense with this posture, we tend to lean back and try to stop that arm going through, trying to deal with grips. Once we do get our grips, that same posture now, but we're putting pressure on our partner like this, okay? And that's gonna let us get in close, okay? Which brings us to our next one. If our legs can pass the line of their knees, so for example in half guard, like this, I'm gonna wanna switch my base, like this. I wanna be on my side like this. What this does, because my bottom leg is wedged under, I don't have to worry about this leg recovering back to guard, okay? If I try to keep on my knees like this, he's going to free his leg and put it back in, okay? So I want to put my knee in front of that leg and switch my base. Now, I can pinch, I've trapped his leg. You can't hip escape because that leg's actually trapped. So hip escape, George, he's actually stuck. I'm pinching my knees together and my foot's back, giving me base. If we can get our, sometimes you can't get your legs past the line of their legs, at least not early on, but you can get your arms through, like for example for an over-under pass, or sometimes even in butterfly guard where we can take up this space. So anytime I'm like that, I can start to use a tripod posture. So if I'm on my knees here, George can push and he can really, like, I'm not putting my weight on him, I want to use my weight effectively, so I'm beating the line of the knee, I want to be getting up into a tripod. Okay? Now no pressure, I can use my feet on the ground, put pressure on George, and start to work through and upgrade my position. So now I can get into the half guard and switch back to our previous posture we want to use. One more from closed guard. Obviously from closed guard, this is a little bit of a different position. The more we can be upright, and I don't want to have my shoulders forward of my hips. Okay? When my shoulders are forward of my hips, George can easily break my posture. I'm always looking to keep my shoulders back behind my hips. My arms are there just in case George does manage to break my posture. Keeping my shoulders back, and we can start to stand up. Standing with the not both feet together, we want to open our base a bit wider, step one leg back, and we can start to pressure the hips open from there. Again, it's hard, if I've got that slight lean away, really hard for George to break my posture down here, like this. Okay? My shoulders in front of my hips, you're going to get me down.